Hello and welcome to game number 2 of the series. We do see that Insane, Spanners, Nightwing, Iru are all playing in this game, as we do have Ninja Penguins and Hype playing against each other. This is game number 2 of the best of 5 series between them. This is actually the Hype Insane monster side, who is insane, and we are going on, and we're going to have to see what he does in game number 2 of the series. Is he going to stick with Wraith, or what are you seeing as we go into the map 2 of Refueling Tower? And with me, of course, by the way, is going to be Admiral Nakamas.
Hello. So I'm excited to see if he does pick that Wraith or if he goes for something crazy. The Kraken maybe just go for it and finish the series off.
Who knows?
The Wraith worked pretty well.
No, he played it perfectly. He did it absolutely phenomenally. So
Yeah,
there's nothing
really
else
nice.
we can say about that. It's just you have to play Wraith specifically, and there's no one that knows it better than Insane.
Yep, and Slim being picked up again.
Yep, and it's going to be Slim Hank, so they're relying on the same lineup. Slim Hank, Abe, Hyde. So we're going to have to see if he what monster was picked during the banning phase for the selection. We'll have to see how it goes. Don't know yet.
Yeah, holding off. He's got a minute and 12 seconds to think about it.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time.
Yeah.
They've already decided at this point. It's just he's communicating with his team to let them know what's going on, what's happening. If he doesn't make it in during the selection, then we'll back out and reload and let him pick whatever he wants. He may also just be deciding on picks, so we don't know. Like what perks he wants, so we have to just see what he's doing. At this point, we just don't know what monster he's going with.
It's Behemoth again. Calling it.
You're telling me it's going to be Behemoth? I don't know, man. Behemoth right now is 50-50. I don't know if I take that odds. Wraith right now is 100% from what we've seen.
It's true.
Actually, no, Wraith lost a game earlier, so Wraith's at 50 as well, so it's equal percentage both ways. So who knows? And it's going to be Wraith.
There it is.
It's going to be Wraith again.
Okay.
So it's going to be Wraith versus the same lineup. The only difference is going to be Refueling Tower, which has a large amount of foliage. So it's going to have some good room to play with. However, it doesn't have the same terrain cutoffs that Orbital Drill has. Orbital Drill has some great places to split up the Hunter team. In regards to Refueling Tower, it doesn't have anywhere near as many. Sure, you have a couple trees, but they're not going to split up anywhere near as far by going around a tree as opposed to are going to go around an entire cliff. Right?
Yeah. So maybe he just needs to... He's going to have more mobility, I guess, but he's going to have less opportunities to split the Hunter like he did in the last game.
Okay, they did a vote restart because they needed to change some positions.
Oops.
Just some people went in the wrong slot, that's all. So I'm going to change up a couple things, and then it'll be good to go.
Tactical pause.
We'll have to see what they do.
What's the strategy for the Hunters now? What do they change to win against the Wraith?
Against the Wraith, you have to be ready to protect your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what they're going to do differently. Let's see what's going on here just a second. But, okay, I see what they're saying. On Refueling Tower, there's a bug that... Okay, yeah, they just...
So what's the issue here?
No,
Just a
hold on,
bug.
I'm just blind.
Alright, so we're good?
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Alright, good luck, have fun, guys.
Yep, have fun.
Alright, so we are getting back into this now. Okay. They just wanted to make sure that Fairweather was on the field, and as you guys saw, Fairweather was there. So we are good to go.
All right, so like we were saying, obviously they have to protect each other. Apart from that, I noticed they didn't change their picks.
Well, once the picks are locked in,
hinder?
they have to keep them for like the second map. But it's surprising that they didn't pick it in between them. That's the weird part.
Well, that's what I mean. They've got the same lineup as they had last game. Do you think that hurt them with the Slim? Maybe they wanted the Kyra for the adrenal boost?
I don't know. With the Slim, though, they did have some good options, and they did actually get the pick off, though, because Wraith doesn't have the ability to lock down corpses from a distance. Much
Yeah.
unlike Goliath, who can just flame breath every once in a while, just keep a little bit of dot damage on, or Kraken, who can just shoot one auto attack and stop the bug. Slim has the ability to just bring them up while being nowhere near the corpse. So, with that, you can see that there's some benefit to what they're doing. This requires a lot of peel and a lot of pull, and what I mean by that is they have to get the monster away from the corpses while the bug does its thing, and just revives everyone. You know, Hyde has the ability to punish monsters who stand on top of corpses really well. So if he does stay on the corpses, the Toxic Grenade's going to stop the majority of it. So, or it's not going to stop it, but it's going to punish him as well.
So the key to this game for the Hunter team is they want to be able to keep the monster off of the corpses when they get pulled away with the abduct or just get caught out of position.
Yeah, so they're going to be able to do that, and they're going to be able to make sure that they are able to punish, which is the whole theory around this. So in regards to min-maxing, which is what we do with lineups, and you're going to see that they're going to be able to punish quite heavily with what they are trying to do, so long as they are able to do it effectively. In the situation of last game, they were able to do it quite effectively, and they had full control up until one minor misstep where Insane punished them and ended it right on that misstep. Right? As soon as they split up just that little bit too far, Insane was right on them and engaged. He said, "I'm watching you. I know exactly where you are." Which is part of the benefit of Wraith, is that you always stay close to the Hunter team while they're burning all their jetpacks and everything, so that's hard for them to re-engage with themselves. Just you had to play it perfectly, and Insane showed us last game that he's capable of doing that.
Yeah, like I said, just great presence of mind and awareness of what was going on the map.
Yeah. And there's nothing else to say other than it was very well done on both sides. Just Insane found one minor misstep and took advantage of it. Just to see that we're actually looking at about 50 units going around. And they're just going to do a little bit of poking with that laser cutter, just trying to let them know, hey, we're here. We're watching you. We're watching you eat. Which is kind of a little bit creepy if you think about it. It's like an ex-girlfriend that won't go away. So, we'll have to see what they do. At this point, do they throw the dome now and force the stage 1 engage? Because they didn't last time, and that didn't really work out for them. They might change things up a bit. As it looks like, nope, they're going to hold it off, and they're going to just keep on the pursuit as he travels down the eastern side. He's probably going to evolve around this sector right here, or he might cut back into the caves at this zone. We'll have to see what he does.
Does he try to dodge the dome again like he did in the last game, or does he eat the orbital and get the evolve off anyway?
I think he's going to be a little bit more aware of what's going on with the orbital. So he's going to make sure he evolves in a location that is protected. Because orbitals, they can't shoot through rocks, so if you evolve someplace that has a roof, orbital can't grab you.
Makes
So
good
orbital is
sense.
great, but there's only certain spots where it's actually useful.
Yeah, and he's finally starting to get that distance on there, and I think this is where he might want to evolve.
Yep, and he is evolving. He's at 100 units, so it's not quite outside of the distance needed in order to ensure a safe one. So he is going to be in spot to be able to get this dome. It just depends on when he throws it. See, right now they're going to be turning this corner. Eero's going to see him, and he's going to come out. Dome is actually thrown, and they know he's in there. And yep, there's the wall. And he's going 3-point up, 3-point Warp Blast. Same exact build as last time, but he can wrap around. This is actually beautiful for him. He's going to be able to get that armor while they still think he's in the cave. So that's great for them. I'm sorry, great for Insane. Oh yeah, and they do spot him over there eating, so they're going to get a little bit of burn damage on him. Skyrune's going to be doing some flushing, going right behind him, and we see the monster right now is engaging actually on Eeru, going to be looking for the finish. Unable to get so though, because Spanners is there with the shield. Says, "This is my friend, and you are not touching him." As he's trying to get a little bit more armor, almost gets a full meat off. Not quite able to do it though. Warp Blast pushing him back into the corner, going to be looking and trying to buy some time here, because he just needs to survive this dome, and he'll be in a great spot. As he's going in, going to go on the team. As opposed to engaging on the assault, he's going to go after the entire team. Warp Blast comes in, does connect on Nightwing, going to bring him down to half. Going to be looking for the stealth pounce. Unable to get it though. Eeru drops down to low ground as he's going to be pushing his way. Skyrune's now camping that cave, saying, nope, they're not hiding in here. As he goes down, and he probably gets a couple more meats here as he's hiding around with a line of sight difference. As he's going to be pushing his way back down and around. Spanners on the high ground, going to be getting a little bit of poke. Abduct going in for a little bit, just barely misses it. Doesn't get the clip. He's going to try and push himself across. Orbital comes in, does connect one, but missile does connect, getting a little bit of damage as they're about to start the chase, getting the health down a little bit lower.
That dome went really well there for Insane. He took almost no health damage despite
Being
caught
right
in for the whole
afterwards.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, just a little bit of misplacement, I guess, on the dome there. He had that loop on the one side, and he could run around as much
If he
as
took
wanted.
just that one more step to the right, it would have been perfect, because he would have been locked into that corner, but because of the loops are awesome.
Yeah, and you saw that happen in the last game as well, so Maybe some slightly questionable dome placement, but
Overall, though, he is actually, according to the survival odds, he is only at 37%, so he needs to finish up his armor meter and possibly evolve to stage 3. I don't think he's going to be able to get the same split he got last time.
do we trust the survival odds, though?
Maybe.
Only
As well.
sometimes.
We'll have to see what's going on. We actually did just get word that Source TV may have lost this game. We're waiting for confirmation on that, so it might be 2-0 on current set of the series. So Ninja Penguins really needs to win this game. Shield coming in to try and get it as we see the stealth bounce with the assault on the low ground. They need to wrap around and get that broken as Abe going in and wrapping around trying to keep him protected. Shield is actually popped on Skyrune as he goes for the abduct, unable to get it, goes on barely missing. Bug right now is actually be able to bring Skyrune up to full, so it wasn't everything, but he almost got the pick off he needed. He's going to be pushing his way.
Just getting that occasional aggression off here, and he's almost ready to evolve.
Yeah. With the whole dome tactic, one of the monsters that does real well against it is going to be Wraith, because he's able to get in, get out. As soon as the dome's thrown, though, that's where you get to punish him. But you need a perfect situation. You need to be exactly aware of, if he's going to have any loops. You need to be aware of if there's going to be a wraparound. You need to be aware of what terrain advantages you have. Abduct goes in and he grabs the Iru! Going to be forcing him down the ground. Going to go for the pickoff. Shield comes in, does actually connect. Going to be getting a little bit of damage off, but blocked by the shield. As we see that, he's going to be pushing his way around. Dome getting tossed, and does he get it? Yes, he does. Dome is thrown. He does have a loop, though, in this situation. This is actually an arena dome, for those of you that have played the game mode. So they've probably had a little bit of practice in this situation. We'll have to see what he does. Going for the fight, does get a little bit of a punch. Going for the abduct, does actually connect on the Slim. Going to be shielded afterwards by Spanners. Going to be keeping him off, getting a little bit of break there with the Warp Blast. Going to be trying to get rid of Nightwing. Nightwing is a very tanky medic, though, and he's going to be going for the abduct. Abduct does connect. Spanners gets to the shield, blocks the damage, actually. So it doesn't actually connect fully as much as he did grab him. So he's going to be looking for it, and realizes, hey, I need to grab Spanners or I need to get armor. Those are my two options now. And he's going to be pushing his way for the wraparound, trying to mitigate exactly how much. Skyrune, however, is on the inside, grabs Iru, forces him back. Order Barrage behind him, stopping him from being on the run, forces him to engage. Iru is actually on the run, though, as we have Skyrune burning him and melting faces, lighting him on fire. He's going to be trying to wrap around this edge. Going to be pushing him around towards the south side. Going to be trying to go through that doorway, as it is currently closed. Spanners right now with the thing. With the laser cutter, not the thing. The thing's a great movie, though. See more and more health damage coming out. We're at about 35% HP, getting a little bit of armor, so any more poke shots don't actually count as health damage, which is a great job by him. He did aggro the Crowbill Sloth, so it's going to be going up for a punch soon, as we see the Hunter team is actually going to be possibly getting punched. No, he's just going to walk right past them. Going for the abduction, doesn't connect. Yeah, it worked out great for the Hunter team.
Yeah, I thought that he had left another loop on the dome again, but managed to get the door closed just in time.
Yep. And they're
So
looking at it, and they played it actually completely different. Well, actually the same way, but the little difference in the loop style, right? Because the last one had a nice drop underneath where he could hide very well. The other one, not so much. If he was either on one side or the other, he was getting shot. They played it in a tactic that was actually made popular by Eyes on You and Hard on You, who both played a very split-up style of dome fighting. So that was very great by them. We see more damage actually coming up from the laser cutter, just trying to melt that armor. We see Dome coming out, doesn't connect. Yes, it does. Locks him in, and there's no loop by it looks like in this one, as he's in trouble. And he just looked at that and sheer problems there as he realized he's in for a pickle. Orbital goes in, doesn't connect though, and he's going to be looking to try and get more and more out of it. Going to be trying to hide. I don't know if he'll be able to hide for long though. This Spore Cloud's going to stop him from smelling where they are. He's going to be getting Flame Breath Skyrunes right now, burning his face, melting him down, trying to get some Korean barbecue from this Wraith. Going to be looking to get some snacks. Got shield coming out from both the Assault and the Support. Going to be trying to protect him from that damage, and he's just going to keep on doing the Warp Blast, trying to deal as much damage as possible. Assault is now out of shield, going for Nightwing, and he's going to be trying to get that pick off. He's going to bring him down. He's not quite going to get it, though, and he's going to miss slightly. Warp Blast going for the connect. Does connect on 3. Going to be going for the pick off. As you see, a monster unable to clarify, and down he goes. Burned in the face, melted as we go into possibly game number 3 of the side. We'll have to wait and find out. And get confirmation of what happened on the other side, as it does go to 1-1.
Great play from Spanners in particular that game. He really was on point with his shields. He always had them up on the abduct targets every time. So compliments to him for the way he played that game. And nice try from Insane, but the Wraith, 33% win rate. Game is hard.
Well, we'll have to see what he does as we are waiting on confirmation on the results. They're having some in-game chatter, so we'll wait and see what's going on. Nah, they're just having some chatter. I have that muted, so that way you guys don't have to deal with it. But I don't know, it was a very interesting game, but we'll be back in just a minute, guys, when we have the results, and we'll let you guys know what's going on. Thanks for watching, guys. Be back very shortly.